coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Coach told me I can never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Hey, look, it's never miss a Monday. Wine on Saturday, wine on Sunday, but coach told me I can never miss a Monday.
Good evening. Welcome to the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show with Coach Mike. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, I urge you to reach out to me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you this week, just like it is every Monday night here in the 7 o'clock hour. And I want to thank everyone in our audience for tuning in as you do every week on Mondays. I urge everyone to get involved in tonight's show. Take out your smartphone, record yourself asking Coach Mike a relevant real estate question, submit it to the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In text line at the number you see here on the screen. And our super producer, Jay Joseph, may very well choose your question to be answered on tonight's episode. But first and foremost, I want to make sure I introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, but he is also one of the co-founders of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm. I want to thank him so much for carving some time out of his schedule to sit in with us on Monday nights. You know him as Coach Mike. But I'd like to introduce Mr. Michael G. Davis. How you doing, Coach?
Man, what's up? Coach told me I should never miss a Monday. What's up, Rick D?
How you doing, Coach, man? How you been?
Hey, man, having a phenomenal week. You know, I thank God it's Monday, man. Love starting the week off fresh, answering questions, jumping back into the week. Just super excited as always.
Man, it's been a great week, a great month of April, man. Everything this week in the real estate market was just moving so fast, and everything was just working out so perfectly for most of the people that's out there as far as open houses, tours. Just for our audience, how has everything been in the past week for Coach Mike and everyone else over at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm?
Hey, man, everything's been moving fast, just like everywhere else. You know, speaking with sellers, talking to them about where the opportunity lies as far as how competitive the market is, you know, working with buyers as it relates to the numerous resources that they have access to that many of them don't know that can actually put them in a home. So don't necessarily have to sit on the sideline, and just continuing to motivate agents, right? Getting them to understand that there's people still out here making money. You too could be that person. You just got to figure out what they're doing. The reality is at Brooks & Davis, with the amount of experience that we all have, we know what you need to be doing right now to make money. You just need to be listening to the experts.
Absolutely, Coach, man. Every week on Mondays, it gives me such a great feeling of being able to contribute to the real estate community, to go out, hear questions from members of the real estate community, bounce them off someone like yourself, and hopefully they can take advantage of your experience and expertise and kind of give them an idea of how they can find their place in this ever-changing real estate market. Because I know at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, with the mentorship and the education that you provide on a regular basis, it gives not only new agents, but also those more tenured, experienced agents an opportunity to learn new things, but also keep on the forefront of what's going on and changing and an ever-changing real estate market.
Hey, that's what it's all about, Rick. You know, development, agent support. Yeah, and that's why we're so grateful to be able to do these every Monday, because it is our way to give back to the real estate community.
You know, Coach Mike, our audience, they have been so excited and it's taken so well to the education that you provide that the questions that we receive on a weekly basis are just getting better and better every week. And it just shows that the members of our audience are actually taking something from our conversation, and actually going out and spreading that message to other real estate professionals and having new members of the audience add every week. So for those who are tuning into the Monday Night Live Real Estate Call-In Show for the first time, Coach Mike and myself would like to thank you for coming and invite you to share this link and let someone else in the real estate community know about what we're doing here on Monday nights, Coach, because we have some really exciting questions from the audience. And I want to get to our first text line question, Coach Mike, and see what you think about what the audience has set up for you this week.
All right, let's do it, man.
Let's see.
Should I sell my home to Open Door or put it on the market? Well,
first thing, Coach Mike, for those in the audience who may not be familiar with Open Door, could you just give the members of our audience an idea of what we mean when we say open door or sell it yourself or put it on with an agent?
You know what? I'm glad you brought that out, Rick, because I was about to take for granted that everybody knew who that was. And from the consumer base, many people probably don't even know what I'm talking about when I say open door. So open door is what we've coined in our industry. We call them iBuyers or internet buyers. And what that means is that they've created a platform, a digital platform, to streamline. If a person wants to sell their home, they could submit all the information through their online platform and get an instant offer from this company, and then the company takes over. So what they sell is convenience, ease of purchase, right? They try to slide in there that by going through them, the seller can actually save on the 6%. But when you really peel back the layers of what they offer, the seller is not saving on that commission. They're actually paying more. So to this question, should I sell my home in an open door or put it on the market? In my opinion, Rick, not putting the home on the open market is the same as saying, I don't want to put my property in front of as many eyeballs, right? What I'm going to do is, I feel like it's in my best interest to just show one person that I want to sell my property instead of showing millions of people that I want to sell my property. And in my mind, to get the best bang for your buck, it's in your best interest to have multiple people see what you have to sell versus just having one person see what you have to sell. So hopefully that answers the question, right? Absolutely not. You should absolutely not sell your property to open door without first putting it on the market. Because now, if you put it on the market and what you're receiving from the market does not live up or it's not adequate enough to what Open Door is offering you, okay, yeah, by all means, go there. But if Open Door is your first step and you don't open it up to anybody else, you never put it on the multiple listings system, and meaning that you're not maximizing the amount of eyeballs, you haven't put a sign in the yard, you're not maximizing it, then no, as a seller, you're not putting yourself in the best situation to circle, regardless of what Open Door tells you. I get the letters too, Rick. They send me letters in the mail to my house about wanting to buy my house. So their marketing is like crazy, right? But it's a venture capital company, right? They've got a lot of cash and they're pushing it on marketing, right? To try to get a naive seller, we'll say that. A seller that hasn't been exposed to the right information, to get that kind of seller to sell their home at a price that fits within the parameters of what Open Door can do, because they're going to take it and resell that property and they're going to do it for a profit. So they have to purchase it under certain circumstances or parameters. So through their marketing, they want to capture the right seller, the right naive seller, the right seller that doesn't have access to the information, and be able to purchase it at a discount from that seller. So even if you do decide to go with Open Door, before you do it, make sure you take the advice of a real estate professional that's able to expose you to every area of the market prior to just agreeing to go with Open Door.
And I agree with you, Coach Mike. And I would just like to add to everyone out there that's a potential seller or potentially is thinking about putting your home on the market. When you put your home on the market and you market it to the real estate market at large, it gives you the largest opportunity and the best opportunity to maximize your sales price. So the question that I would always ask everyone in the market before they make that type of decision is, do we want to maximize our profits on the sale of our home, or are we looking for, like you mentioned, Coach Mike, an ease of sale? And from that standpoint, in my experience, you would always have a better opportunity to see what the market truly feels about your property the more people you put it in front of. Obviously, the first person that makes you an offer, they're offering something or offering you a price at the value they see in your property, which is only one entity. So like you mentioned, Coach Mike, I would reiterate, give yourself a chance to put your home on the market and see what the entire real estate community at large deems the value of your property. And if at that time you still feel as if someone like an Open Door or another buyer can give you something that you feel like satisfies what you want to get for your property, and like you said, Coach Mike, by all means, go for it. But in our advice, give yourself the best opportunity to maximize by putting it on the market and giving all those real estate professionals and all those potential buyers an opportunity to see your property and see at what value they want to place on it.
Now there is, Rick, there is situations or circumstances where a person does need to sell their home quickly. So we get that. So, but understand, we have to say this to sellers all the time. You're not going to get both. You're not going to get the most amount of the house and it be done really fast, right? Because the people that can close on you, the people that are going to pay the most amount of money for your property are more than likely buyers that are going to live in it. They're going to pay the most amount. They're going to get financing. They're going to get a loan, right? Those are the ones that are going to pay the most. And the ones that are going to buy like tomorrow, right? They're going to come with cash, a lot of cash, quick through. They're not concerned about some of the other measures that a traditional buyer would be concerned about. Well, they're going to want to purchase it at a discount for being able to offer you that convenience of speed, right? So to go into it thinking as a seller, to go into it thinking that, oh, I should be able to get maximum price and a quick sale, that's just not what's going to happen.
I agree totally, Coach Mike. And I want to thank you so much for not only educating our audience as far as Open Door and what type of services they provide, but also giving a contrast to what professional agents can provide as well when they put your home on the market.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Big shout out. And once again, because we get such great questions from our text line, big shout out to everybody who checking us out on Facebook. Big, huge shout out to everybody who subscribes to the Brooks and Davis Real Estate channel on YouTube. Please stay active in the community. Please send in your questions. Please send in your comments, because Coach Mike, like we say every week, we always have some of our greatest conversations when they are questions that come spontaneously from the comment and text line. So please keep those questions and comments coming in, everybody in the audience, man. We thank you both a lot.
Absolutely.
We both thank you a lot, excuse me. We have a call-in line question, Coach Mike. You know how excited we get for the call-in line question. So let's see what question we have from our caller.
Absolutely.
Hi, Coach Mike. I have a question. As a real estate student, should I go with a bigger broker that has brand recognition or a smaller broker?
Okay. All right. Rick, man, that's a little bit of a loaded question, right? And the reason I'm going to say that is it really depends, right? It depends on the individual, right? It depends on what is it that they're looking for in getting into this business, and what is it that they're looking for from a broker. But here's the reality, Rick. As a new agent, for the most part, you don't have a clue. You don't know. You don't really know what questions to ask. You're so brand new to the business. So whether it be a big brand company, big brand broker, big name brand, or whether it be a smaller firm, if I really had to answer that question, Rick, I would say you need to go with a company, regardless of the size, You need to go with a company that's going to support and nurture you. Because so as a new agent, as a real estate student about to get into this business, whether it's a big broker or a small broker, when you're interviewing a broker, what you need to be asking is for them to show you, not tell you, show me how you're going to develop me. Show me through your systems, through your trainings, through your programs, like what are the tools that you're going to use as a broker to prepare me to be successful, to have me grow in my understanding of this business to where I can successfully go out there and do transactions. What does your process look like? How are you going to get me from where I am right now, not knowing nothing, need my hand completely held? I am a newborn in this business, a newborn. How are you going to get me from newborn to a self-sustaining adult, taking care of myself and contributing to the industry? What does your development process look like? I don't care about how fancy your app is, how cute your office is, how shiny your marketing is. I don't care how many top producers you have. I don't care how much production, because none of that stuff is relevant to the individual. None of that stuff is going to help the individual succeed in this business. So what is it? What are the things that your brokerage does to help the individual succeed, especially the new individual like me, right? And to be honest, Rick, that right there can come from a big broker who has brand recognition, or it can come from a small broker who doesn't. It really just depends on, is that broker committed, truly committed to agent development and agent support? Are they truly, is that their business model to help that not only just recruit as many agents, but recruit agents with the idea that you're going to develop and train them, and through the development and the training of the agent and them going out there to perform and close transactions, then that's what drives revenue into the brokerage firm. Is that the business model? Because there are many business models that brokers are running, and a lot of them are built on numbers. It ain't built on you being successful in closing deals. It's built on how many bodies can I get in the door and how many of those bodies can I charge a monthly fee. Like, that's what their business model is based on. So that's what I would take into consideration when it comes to that question, Rick.
Just to speak to your point, for all those in the audience that are newly licensed agents, if you're with a broker that does not invest resources in training and developing their agents, that brokerage is no more than just a logo on your business card. One of the things that's most important when choosing a brokerage is finding one that is going to invest in your development professionally, develop everything in you from a marketing standpoint, how to do presentations, and how to push yourself forward through the ups and the downs that just naturally come in the real estate industry. So just Coach Mike, for those members of our audience, just give them a small snapshot as far as some of the things that you do at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm for our new agents when they first come on board.
Oh, no, absolutely, Rick. I mean, we're really built on agent support, and was very, and the way that we support agents, we kind of do it in 3 tiers, right? The first tier is all of our agents, when they come in, you're going to get a coach. So the one-on-one coaching, you're going to get a mentor, and you're going to get trainings. As many of you know, we're very active. We do a lot of trainings. So that's just the first tier of support that we provide. We're also going to provide tools. We're going to provide resources, and we're going to provide platforms like the Monday Night Live, right? Like the Real to Life podcast. Like, we're going to provide these platforms where our agents can come in and engage and further their development, right? So that's the second tier, right? And in the third tier, you're going to get inspired, right? You're going to get encouraged, and you're going to get guidance. I say it all the time, Rick. It's too many agents out here trying to figure things out. The broker knowledge base is exhaustive. Like, the brokers know everything. So there should not be any agents out here trying to figure this thing out. But yet still, Rick, it's too many agents out here that's not getting the guidance, that's not being directed the right way. And the reality is because the brokers are not investing. And you mentioned that word a lot, that investment. Look, we're not necessarily saying money. We're saying time. Most of this, when it comes to the development of a new agent, it's how much time is the broker or the leaders in the organization going to devote to you and your development. It's really more about time than it is resources. One of the things that we just recently launched, and I'll say like as of last week, we just launched our lead distribution program where our agents are able to get up to 10, 15 leads a pop as the brokerage firm is attracting leads. Now, why do we do this though, Rick? Right? We're not doing this to say, oh yeah, we're getting leads, join us and you'll get leads from us. Because the reality, Rick, is that these are not A+ leads. This is not a high quality of leads. Nobody's giving away high quality leads, right? Because the reality is the highest quality lead is the lead that you personally procure, right? It's the people that already know you, the people that already trust you. Like that's the highest quality of lead. So definitely we're going to teach the agent how to attract his own business because that's the highest quality of lead. Nobody's giving away high quality leads. Now, but the reason that we felt that it was important to have a program that we were consistently giving leads, it was to supplement our mentor program, right? Rick, you learn this business by doing it, right?
Yeah.
So if it's taking time, which it is going to take time for you to learn how to truly attract business. Like you're planting your seeds, but it's going to take time for those seeds to mature. Since we know that, then we're going to give you some seeds so we can start practicing, right? So whether these leads turn out to anything, it doesn't matter because now we've put you in a position to start doing real estate so you can start learning it. And with the assistance of your mentor and with the assistance of the resources and the tools and the trainings, now you got the leads. Now we're putting you in a position where you can learn the business faster because you can start doing it. That's why we launched this lead distribution program. So that's just one example of what we're doing.
No, and Coach Mike, it's just amazing how much education is out there for new agents, but they just don't know how to go about researching and getting their hands on this information. Right. This is why knowledge is power, why mentorship, having people in the organization who are directly invested in your success, leaders in the organization, people there who just care about making sure everyone within their real estate family is flourishing. So it's just amazing how it seems like tonight's episode is just all about those newly licensed agents, Coach Mike. And it's great that even in 2022, the real estate industry is just so thriving that we have new, great, talented people coming into the industry on a regular basis. And, just with that segue, Coach Mike, we have a great follow-up question that came in via our text line that just piggybacks on what we've already been discussing. So, Coach Mike, if you have time, I want to give you a chance to answer this question from the text line.
Absolutely. Let's do it, Rick.
Let's see what we got served up for Coach Mike.
Okay. So
what are some good tips, Coach, for a beginning and struggling real estate agent?
Wow. What are some good tips for a beginning and struggling real estate agent? Well, again, that's another one of those loaded questions, Rick. This is where my coaching hat kind of kicks in. It's like, I need more context. Like what is that you're struggling with? And what are the challenges? And because, the reality, Rick, I feel like most of the issue for any new agent is going to be the environment that they place themselves in. That's why it's so critical that you get with a good brokerage firm. And I'm not saying that you're gonna pick the right brokerage firm right off the bat, right? But the moment you realize that this environment is not conducive for your success, you got to get out of there. There's a lot of agents, man, they'll pick the wrong brokerage and then they'll stay with that broker because they're like, well, I don't want to be the kind of agent that hops around. No, who cares, right? you keep hopping around until you find a fit that works for you, that for you to get the right kind of environment, the right soil that's going to help you flourish, right? The type of soil that a plant is planted in is critical on how that plant blooms. And it's the same with real estate. The environment, the brokerage, the agents that you're working with, the community, the ecosystem that you're plugged into is going to be critical to the level of success that you're able to achieve in this business. So one of the very first things, like if I just had to generalize that question, if an agent is struggling and they're new, I would say, man, take a hard look at the broker that you're with. Take a hard look at the community of the agents, like what's around you, what you're planted in, take a hard look at that. Because look, again, I always go to the plant analogy because I just feel like it's the best metaphor for us to use in this business in so many aspects. If a plant is not dying, if a plant's not getting the proper nutrients, well, you got to check the stuff that's under the soil. You got to check the roots. You got to check. I mean, has it planted? Has it grounded? Has it got that hold of the ground? Because without that, the plant can't grow and it can't get larger, it can't get bigger, and it can't be healthy. So if it's not healthy, just like with a plant, you can look at the outside and tell that it's not healthy. But the solution is never the stuff on the outside. The solution is always what's happening underground. The same with you. If that agent is struggling, that's just us looking at the petals. That's us looking at the stem. That's us looking at the leaves. Oh, something's wrong. But the solution is not cut the leaves off or cut the petals off. Like, that's not going to fix the problem. The solution is underground. It's what you're planted in. So yeah, look to see what you're planted in, because 9 times out of 10, that's contributing to what the problem is.
One of the great things, Coach Mike, that I picked up during one of the Brooks and Davis real estate firm marketing trainings were, for new agents, if you feel like you're struggling to generate leads, what you're really saying is you need to have an opportunity to get in front of more people. And Coach Mike, let me know what you feel, because I know you've echoed this before, is that if you want to get in front of people, the best way to market your services are to market your services for free, to let as many people know that consultations with you, visiting with you, scheduling you to come out and speak in front of groups, you can do that free of charge. A lot of times, especially with those that are relatively inexperienced or first-time buyers, a lot of real estate professionals make them feel like every real estate service is going to cost that person money up front. And one of the things that Coach Mike, feel free to elaborate on this point, but it is invaluable to let your immediate circle of influence, your immediate sphere, know that you're here to mentor, educate buyers, sellers, investors, and you're willing to do that free of charge.
Absolutely. No, I think that's a great point that you're making, Rick. And again, as you know, I can only go off of what we're doing at our company, because a lot of what you're talking about are things that we thought about and that we're thinking about on a constant basis. Like, how do we create tools that our agents can use to address some of the things that you're talking about? And so we created this pre-home buyer session that we do once a month. And it's a program, and it's there to educate the consumer, right? And they get an opportunity to, hear from a mortgage person that's going to demystify a lot of the myths that's in the market when it comes to mortgages. They're going to, get to hear from a credit professional that's going to speak to what's the real scoop as it relates to credit and how it works and how it relates to the real estate transaction. You'll hear from the realtor and get an understanding of what role that realtor plays in the transaction. And the promise that we look to deliver on from that pre-home buyer session is, for anybody that attends, we're going to ensure that before you leave, you're going to know exactly what your immediate next step needs to be for you to get into a home, right? So you come in, Before you leave, you're going to know what's your next step, and you're going to have the people there. Well, we created this event, and it's run from the, inside of the corporate. It's a corporate run program. So our agents can now have something of value that they can provide to their sphere, to their circle, to their fans, to their audience. Like, yes, I'm an expert, and here's an event that you can come to get educated. I'm a real estate professional, and here's an event that you can come to and you can learn more. And we can help you move the needle forward and move to the next step. And guess what? That new agent is not the one presenting. That new agent ain't got to know nothing. All the new agent got to do is point them into the direction, right? We'll educate the people. We'll give them the information. We'll give them the resources, tap them in, right? The new agent gets educated as well, but that's their client and that's their transaction. And that helps them build momentum in their business with something that the company is doing. So, so that, that lines right in with what you're talking about, Rick, is that as a new agent, to really expand your business, you have to put yourself out there and again, get in front of as many people as possible and let them know, hey, I want to help. I'm here to serve. I'm here to help. And as long as they're tapped into the right broker, right? They're tapped into a broker that has those resources, has those tools, is willing to give them that support, then it can absolutely work, because all they have to worry about is just telling as many people as they can that they're in real estate and that they're here to help.
Absolutely, Coach Mike. You do such an outstanding job as not only a broker, but a leader in the real estate sphere of putting your money where your mouth is and actually committing to putting processes in place to help people and then actually seeing that to fruition. So before we sign off this week, please share with anyone in the audience who may be checking us out for the first time. Let them know what they can expect if they tap into Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm or Brooks & Davis TV this week, as far as trainings, mentorship, motivation, or inspiration.
Absolutely. No, we're constantly doing things, right? 5 to 8 events per week. We're looking to grow and enhance on that. We have our BND TV, our lineup of weekly shows. We have some trainings that are coming as well. All of this stuff you can see at our official website, at the events page at brooksanddavis.com. Also, you can go there and register. Understand that, as Brooks & Davis, we see ourselves more than just looking out for us. We want to be of value to our marketplace, to our community. So if you're a licensed real estate professional, you can attend and participate in anything that we have going on, period. And through our real estate student affiliate membership, that's an opportunity for a non-licensed person, somebody that's a student, for them to get connected into what we're doing and participate as well. So we have a lot that's open to the many participants in this career. But tomorrow, we're doing our Real to Life podcast. We're bringing in realtor and women's basketball coach and player, Miss Bria Craig, one of our newest agents. Super excited to hear about her story and what she's been to. So that's going to be at 12:30. Then we're going to, at 2:30, we're going to be doing our mastermind through tough times. That's where real estate professionals, we come together and we just talk about a bunch of randomness. So our random topic for tomorrow has to do with 3D printed houses, or 3D printed houses reshaping the future of real estate. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow at 2:30. And again, that's a part of our BND TV weekly lineup. We're going to be going live on Facebook as well as live on the YouTube channel. So we invite you to come on. We invite you to participate. Come on with your comments. Matter of fact, with the Mastermind Through Tough Times, we even invite you to come on screen, come on the stage. So we're doing that tomorrow. Wednesday, we're going to have one of our senior team agents, Miss Margaret Harrison. She's going to be talking about the benefits of caring for your client after the sale, after closing, post-closing, right? Many studies have been done on clients and, if they would use their realtor again. And I think it's always upwards of 90% of clients would say they would use the same realtor again. But then when you look at the numbers of how many clients use the same realtor, it's dramatically lower. I think it's less than 30% use the same realtor. And the reason that the gap is not because of the service, right? The client is satisfied with the service. When it came to the transaction, the gap is after they close the deal, they never hear from them again. So by the time that client has another real estate situation, they can't find the agent. The agent didn't keep in contact with them. It didn't care for the client post closing, and now they've gone with another realtor. So that's a lot of what's happening. So Margaret's going to come educate agents on what things that they could be doing and what conversations that they could be having with their clients on a continual basis to ensure that when that client, not if that client has another real estate need, when that client has another real estate need, it'll be easy for them to get back in contact with you. You want to make you that person's realtor for life, to be that person's realtor, to be that person's family's realtor, right? You're going to sell a house. You're going to handle the real estate business for them, for their kids, for their parents, their cousins, for everybody. You the family's realtor, right? If you go to a particular church, hey, you're the church's realtor, right? You go, your kids go to a particular school, you the realtor for that school. Or Little League Baseball, for the baseball team, I'm the real. Like, you got to solidify yourself as the realtor for life for your clients. And that's what Margaret's going to be talking about as she talks about how to care for the benefits of caring for your client, and informing your client after purchase and directing them about home maintenance services and staying in contact with them. So that's going to be on Wednesday at 12 o'clock. It's going to be simulcast, which means we're going to do it in person, as well as we're going to be on Zoom for those that want to come in virtual. And again, you do not have to be a member of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm to participate. Go to the events page on our official website, brooksanddavis.com, for you to learn more.
Oh, no. And I want to thank you so much, Coach Mike, because we have so many great activities planned at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm this weekend on Brooks & Davis TV. We would be remiss, anyone out there in the real estate community, if you go to Brooks & Davis TV and you love the content that we're producing and you want to make sure you step your personal marketing up to that next level, feel free to reach out to super producer Jay Joseph and Milk and Honey Productions. They produce everything that you see on Brooks & Davis TV. They allow Coach Mike and myself to come and tap in with you all every Monday. So if you are definitely in the market for your marketing production and you need that hand to put you in the right direction, please reach out to super producer Jay Joseph. You can see myself every Thursday at noon on the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I co-host that with the other co-founder of Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. We invite everyone in the audience to tap in with us on Thursdays. We like to not only focus on what's going on in the general real estate market and everything at Brooks & Davis Real Estate Firm, but we also interview real estate service providers from all aspects of the industry. So you'll be able to tap in with mortgage professionals, appraisers, those that work as far as home staging. So anything that you would need as far as the keys to being successful as a real estate investor, someone that's buying or selling, we can provide you all that at the Prime Real Estate Network podcast on Thursday. So Coach Mike, man, it's great doing this with you every Monday evening. Are there any final words that you'd like to share with the audience before we sign off, sir?
Absolutely. Actually, a couple of things. First of all, we shouted out Milk and Honey Productions. They do great work. I know y'all let us know how y'all feel about our new intro song, because that's a Milk and Honey production creation as well. But also we've added a new digital series, a mini series called Black in Real Estate. We typically launch those episodes on Fridays on our YouTube channel. Go to our YouTube channel and you'll be able to see we have episode 1 and 2 is already out. And the idea behind Black in Real Estate has to do with wanting to educate real estate professionals as well as inspire them when it comes to helping more Black people get into home, helping improve the home ownership rate as it relates to the Black community, right? So we want to inspire them and encourage them to continue to grow, because we know it's going to take to fill that gap, to fill the wealth gap in this country, it's going to take Black real estate professionals to get more skilled, to grow in their area of expertise, so they can get greater outcomes in this space. It's going to require that. And it's also going to require a continued heart for contribution to our community, because nobody else is going to fix the issues. So we need to fix the issues because we love our community. It's all about Black love. So that's what Black in real estate is about. We expose these things. We talk about some of these L's and some of these gaps, and then we encourage professionals, Black professionals, for us to work harder and smarter so we can help more Black people take advantage of this real estate vehicle. So,
oh no, outstanding, Coach. Like I said before, man, hats off to everything that you're doing, everyone over at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, everyone over at Milk and Honey Productions, because if we don't contribute to our community, we can't expect anyone else to do it. So I want to thank you guys, everyone over at Brooks and Davis Real Estate, because what you guys are doing is totally invaluable. And there's not enough people like you, Coach Mike, out there. Each one, teach one, and bringing everybody into the fold. So I want to definitely thank you again. Everyone in our audience, we want to thank you for tuning in this week. Please follow us online, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. We'll be back Monday night next week. Same time, same channel. On behalf of myself, Rick Davis, and CEO Coach Mike, Mr. Michael G. Davis, I want to thank everyone in the audience. And until next week, please, everyone out there, be safe and be blessed.